What is up, besties, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are taking a look at the infamous Blake Lively interview. Why was she so damn mean? This is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. There are zero facts here, besties. But today I wanted to see, what was going on during that interview that made her go after, I believe her name Kjersti. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I wanted to know why she felt so offended by the interviewer, but then I also wanted to figure out why she was just being a mean girl as a whole. And so y'all know me, I dug, and I got you a reason. And then on top of that, I finished this reading with a nice little bow. You hear me dropping shit? Cool. I finished this with a nice little bow, and I just wanted to look at how she's feeling now that all this negative press is headed towards her. So this is a 2-for-1. Like I said in the beginning, I wanted to look at why she got triggered. I even looked at Parker Posey's energy, the girl that was with Blake, and where she was coming from, like if she wanted to be part of a mean girl thing or whatnot. So again, this is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. And then we end the reading with how Blake is feeling now that she's under fire for being acknowledged as not being a very nice person, allegedly, and for entertainment purposes only. So that's about it, besties. Thank you to everybody that's been patient with me while I've been not very well, been a little sick. Right now, I'm working on readings that are at the end of July, so please be patient with me as I'm catching back up. Like I say always, you guys do not want this energy when I'm doing your reading. You paid, and I want to give you your money's worth. And that's also why it says 30 business days, so that it gives me wiggle room so that you guys don't, freak out, and then I don't have to worry about y'all freaking out, and then we all freak out together, and I don't want that. So, yeah, without further ado, depending on where I see you, of course, now I gotta move because it fucking fell. Oi! All right. So depending on where I see you, to my regulars, you know what's coming up next. But this is a timeless message meant to find you. You do not have to be spiritual. Also, if you like this deck, I have an in with a friend in Florida, and they sell decks, and they gave me a 20% off link in the description. They got a lot of cool gothic decks. Love this deck so much. But then they also have classic decks too. So if you want 20% off and you want to get an original deck, a regular Rider-Waite, go for that too. But go ahead and check them out because they got some really cool rare ones. But this will be a timeless message meant to find you. You do not have to be spiritual. It could be your passed on loved ones, spirit guides, whatever you prefer. You're in energetic alignment to match this reading. Just check in with your intuition. Do I feel like it's for me? And if the answer is no, that's totally fine. I'll see you in the pop culture section. But without further ado, besties, all alleged and for entertainment purposes only, what the hell happened during that interview, and how's Blake feeling about her career and her name these days? All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's get into it. All right, besties. So if you stuck around for the general message, then this message is for you. So as always, take what resonates. Do not let the rest take away from you. There's going to be plenty of other people on here. So if it don't make sense for you, that's because it's not for you. If the shoe don't fit Cinderella, don't put it on. Again, I'm hearing the song, When Will You Realize Vienna Waits for You. Slow down, you're doing fine. And then I'm hearing this song. Oh my God, I love this song. I need a vacation, just a little break from all the extra baggage been weighing me down. This song I don't believe is super famous. It's called oh my God, and my throat's going. I think you guys are healing something in regards to speaking your truth, but I think right now you're drained. And so you're like, why can't I go at the speed of light? Because I feel like I'm in quicksand. Like I feel like I'm in the middle of the Sahara Desert. And I'm like, why? And it's like, because y'all need a vacation. It doesn't have to be an all expenses vacation. It's just with the song, if you're into it, Priya Ragu, Vacation, highly recommend. Great song. But I think y'all need to slow the hell down. Yeah, because she goes, slow down, why we always so loud. Some of you, take this as it resonates. It's not going to be for everybody. If you're spiritual and you know that you have gifts, your clairaudience might be breaking. Because I'm being drawn to slow down, why we always so loud, which reminds me, because I still have it to this day, it's always constantly breaking. I think your ears might be really sensitive. Remember, take this if it resonates. Some of you, your ears might be really sensitive. You might be hearing ringing. You might feel like you're underwater. My throat's going, yeah. You guys are healing something. Sorry, that's so rude. Goddamn. Yeah, y'all need to have some fun. Because that song goes, if y'all want to party like we do, if y'all want to party like us, let me hear you say, Tell me if you know that song. That's old school. Let me clear my throat. Oh my God, it's literally let me clear my throat. You guys are learning how to speak your truth. I don't even know if I might have to pull the cards. You guys are learning how to speak your truth. I want this, not that. You might have been the people back in the day, when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore. Yeah, a lot of you might be having clear audience breaking. So if you're hearing music, again, take it as it resonates. But if you're hearing music, that's not just, oh, a song just popped in. Listen to the lyrics. I think a lot of you have learned how to like I'm being drawn to like a restaurant and being like, that's not my order, but I don't want to say anything. Now, it doesn't mean literal, it could mean figuratively, right? Like maybe you have issues with a friend or a loved one and you don't want beef. So you're like, all right, I'm going to just let it go. But it's been at the expense of yourself, because I'm hearing the song Surface Pressure from Encanto. It's basically like all this weight's falling on me. Everybody expects me to be strong, but and then now I'm being drawn to Kim Kardashian. When can everybody get their shit together so that I can have one off day? I think y'all are healing something really big. I'm being drawn to my black obsidian on my desk. Give yourself grace. Give yourself grace. You're healing something really big right now. I think you're starting to learn how to speak your truth. I'm also being drawn to the solar plexus. So it's kind of like standing on what you say. These two specifically might be acting up for you. You might be noticing some days you're like, I'm on top of the world. And then other days you're like, I don't want to be seen. Stay away from me like a feral cat. You're going through the ebbs and flows to find your rhythm. I don't even know if I'm going to need the cards. Because I see someone who's like, fuck them, I can't believe they did that, blah, blah, blah. And then you go back and they're like, but I understand though. Like I get the bigger picture and I'm being drawn to all the green over there. So heart chakra. So it's like, some of you need to know you're not going cold. You're balancing out. You're balancing out, because a lot of you might have been people pleasers. Yeah, because I'm being drawn to my Rebel deck. I don't know if you guys have heard of the Rebel deck Oracle, but it's like tough love. Like you need to eat or you need to meditate. So some of you, if you need that deck, let me know. I can link it. I'm going to forget. So let me know if you're interested. It's kind of like, it's an Oracle deck that'll be like, I'll drop a card and it'll be like, you need to fucking eat breakfast, bitch. Like that's kind of the vibe. Or stop giving your energy to people that don't deserve it. So you guys might be drawn to that deck, but I feel very strongly that a lot of you, and if you're not spiritual, then this would just mean that you're getting more comfortable yeah, I'm hearing the song, say what you need to say. You're getting more comfortable realizing that you have needs too. And your needs can't always be dismissed because other people have needs. We have to learn how to integrate. We have to learn how to communicate. We have to learn how to meet. Yeah, I'm hearing, take a seat right over there. I think some of you might need even a sit down with people and be like, listen, this is not who I am anymore, so you need to adjust, because I'm done adjusting for you. I think a lot of you have been people pleasers at the expense of yourself. You understood, blah, blah, blah. I get it. Me too. Same. It's me. Hi. But I think you're getting to this place where you're like, no, I'm not happy. And if I'm not happy, then why the hell am I doing this? I love that for you. So, all right. Yeah. The Hierophant is structures, the sun reverse. I'm not happy. It's like I'm psychic or something. It's crazy. It's almost like it's like I almost know what the hell I'm talking about. Yeah. Yeah, bestie. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so excited. I knew this felt strong. Ooh, the energy. I need a vacation. Y'all, besties. I love this. The Hierophant, the sun reversed with the Chariot reversed. We are not moving forward. So some of you might feel like you're stuck right now. Some of you might feel like, I'm not moving forward. If you own your own business, you might be like, why is sales slowing down? You just, whatever it is going on for you, I feel like, yeah, why? I need a vacation. I need to slow down. I think you guys know you need to slow down with that Chariot in reverse. But I see you, because with the Sun card in the middle being in the reverse, it's almost like, I see it like someone being sad. This is, y'all, I'm you, okay? But I'm also all of us, because we're all going through it at the same time. I'm you, right? And I'm like, and then the little kid from that commercial comes out where he goes, wait a minute. Who are you? I think you guys are starting to realize that you're not the problem. I love that. I love that so much, because the Chariot reverse with the sun reverse next to the Hierophant means whatever traditions or structures that are around us are making us miserable. It's like I said that. It's like I went on a whole tangent about it, and then the Hierophant card comes out. Whatever people around you are doing, it doesn't work for you. It just doesn't, and that's okay. Some of you might think you're going dark. That's probably why I was drawn to use the Gothic deck. That's what I call it. I don't think that's what it's called. It's just very Gothic-y. And the Gothic in me loves it. But I think what you're really going through right now is a heart expansion, because that Sun card's going to go up and that Chariot card's going to go up when you realize that the Hierophant has to go in reverse, which means I don't care what your rules are. I don't care if you think you're in authority. I don't care. We need reciprocity. We need, if I'm worried about you, you better be worried about me. If I'm pouring into you, you better be pouring into me. You guys are realizing who the source of your pain is. And honey, oh my God, it ain't me, ba-da-ba-da-da-da-da. Y'all, you guys are leveling up. And you know why I know it for a fact? Because I know some of you will be like, Mindy, those are not the best cards. No, but Six of Wands on the back of the deck is, with the world upright, which means you're done with these cycles of fucking piss poor behavior. That's where you're at. I love this for you. So Spirit's telling you, give yourself grace, slow down if you need it. Yeah, I'm hearing slow ride, take it easy. You're healing big shit. You're going, yeah, Four of Wands. And for some of you, yeah, Ace of Cups, you're pouring into yourself. Ace of Cups reverse. This is for me. This is my cup. You're not going to pull from my cup. This is my cup. What about your cup? Why is your cup not full? And why are you coming to me to steal from my cup? Fuck you and fuck your empty ass cup. Like, that's the vibe of this, and I love it so much. And with the Four of Wands, I'm telling you right now, for those that are single, you keep up with this attitude, you're going to find someone who's going to come correct, because you aren't playing games. Yeah, I'm hearing the song Quit Playing Games with My Heart. So for some of you, this could be love. But I think as a whole, this is just, I know what I want and I'm going to go after it. And I don't care what anybody's got to say. Yeah, oh my God, bruh. Still watch what you say to me. Because I got what it takes to rock the mic right. Y'all, you're getting in your bad bitch, bad boy era. I love this. I love this so much. You're going, I don't care what these structures have to say with that Hierophant card. I don't care. I don't care. They've been doing this shit for years. Why is everybody fucking miserable? I don't want to be miserable. So maybe I got to throw this shit upside down. Yeah, Will Smith. My life got turned upside down. And notice how on this card, I mean, I think it's all the Hierophant cards, but especially on this one, they're like bowing down to the Hierophant. They're bowing down. They're at his feet. It's giving me like, I'm not your peasant. I'm not your little bitch anymore. We're done. I'm a new me. You're going to now adjust to my new boundaries and who I am, or you're going to get, fuck God, out of here. You know what I mean? But I'm telling you, whatever it is you're doing, I don't know where that went. I found it cool. Whatever it is you're doing with Six of Wands with the World card at the end, I'm telling you, we're wrapping it up. We're not going to, first of all, the universe will always test us, so people will come back from the past occasionally. You will always get a little test here of like, are you sure? But if you just keep on with your boundaries, I'm telling you, notice how in this Six of Wands, it kind of looks like people are following him. I'm telling you, your people, the people that are going to be worth it, they're right behind. Yeah, I'm hearing the song, I'm only one call away. You're so close. And then the light goes out. I'm going to leave it there, bestie. So if you'd like to book a private reading with me, thekarmicdf.com. But y'all, yeah, I'm hearing the song. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up, bestie. And you can stay stuck. That's what he says. And you can stay stuck. Not me. You can stay stuck. If you don't want to adjust, because I'm still a good person. I'm still kind. I still want to show you love. But I also want to be comfortable, and I also want to be able to express myself freely, and I also want to be able to address concerns without it being a whole fucking fight. I don't want to worry about grown-ass adults ghosting me, gaslighting me. I want healthy, or I don't want it at all. And Spirit heard you loud and clear, and so healthy's coming in. End of discussion. thekarmicdf.com if you'd like a private reading. But bestie, you're killing it. You're slaying the dragons. I love this for you. So I'm going to leave it here, besties. I don't know what to say. I'm so excited for you because I feel like a lot of you, yeah, they're showing me like you're on the last leg, so I think you're exhausted because I'm seeing someone in the desert like, water. Yeah, now I'm seeing SpongeBob, water. I'm telling you, water is like this close, and you are going to be your own savior, which means you're going to have one hell of a sense of self when all this is over. Like, I'm proud of you, bestie. You're killing it. So I'm going to leave it there. If you'd like to book a private reading, I already said karmicdf.com. But we are going to move on to the Blake Lively interview. Let's dive into her, see how she's feeling with all this hate coming her way. All alleged and for entertainment purposes only, besties. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But let's get into it. All right, besties, so we are going to take a look and see the infamous interview. Why was she mean to Kjersti? I hope I pronounced her name correctly. All alleged and for entertainment purposes only. If you want to book a private reading with me, thekarmicdf.com in the description box below. Subscribe if you haven't already, but without further ado, all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. What the hell was her problem during that interview? Okay. 8 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Wands reverse. Why? What is... Okay, she has this weird complex about, like, women and how they're supposed to be like, hee, I love my child, that's my world. And she's just she's not very empathetic. And so, to be honest... All alleged here, Blake saw, because I'm hearing shots fired, Blake saw it as her coming at her sideways. Because in her mind, it's like, why is it always, and this is where her, tantrum started to unfold, why is it always the way, this is what really happened. Kjersti hit a wound that was so deep. Did she mean to? No. But it hit wound within wound within wound. Because first what I'm seeing is like, how dare you talk about my body. But it's deeper than that, because then it's like, how dare you make the focus about me being a mother, and that's all I am, is a woman that's supposed to be in love with a mom, and why can't I be known as this strong career woman, and why do women have to be seen as just this hoity-toity, oh, this is me, I'm delicate, and I need to be nourished for loving children. And the wound this woman hit in Blake is so deep. That's why it spiraled. Literally the crack on the egg. It's like, I hate societal norms of this. I'm supposed to be in love with the idea of me being pregnant. In her mind, it's like, that don't make me money. We're here to talk about money. Were they? I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know what the point of the interview was. Was it about, it was announcing a show or something, right? Or a movie. In her mind, it was like, we're here for the fucking movie. Why are you talking about my child right now? Like, that's not where the money is. Like, for her, it was honestly like, I'm sorry, but to be in her energy is just like, are you really just trying to make this about me being a mother? Like, I'm not actually a hardworking woman. Like, I'm not this incredible actress. Like, you're sitting here and making me this victim of a housewife. Like, that's really what you're demeaning me to. That's the vibe. I'm gonna be honest. I think Blake hates the idea of like stay-at-home mom, like that vibe. Like, for her, it's like work all the way, work hard. Like, she's that. Oh my God, she has a Virgo. Well, she's got more than a Virgo stellium. I don't know the words past that. I'm going to school for it, hey. But she has like over 4 Virgo placements. This makes so much sense. If it helps y'all, the reason she's so mean is because she's so mean and hard on herself. So one thing I'll tell you, there's no one meaner to Blake than Blake is. Y'all can trash her on the internet. There's no one that's going to trash her worse than she will. And that's not just because of the Virgo placements. That girl is incredibly hard to herself. Look at how this is like a shell of something. She also really hates that people hold on to the stereotypes. Because again, I'm being drawn to like the cigar. And you know how like the man has the cigar during the birth? Like, it's just very like, see me for me. Like, see me for my soul. See me for my creative endeavors. See me. She got triggered because she didn't want to be seen as just a mother. That's what the fuck this was. That's all it was. It was a wound. It wasn't that deep. Kjersti was not the problem. It would have been, had anyone else hit her at that moment. I mean, obviously, remember, she was pregnant, right? So she's going to have her hormones a little bit more elevated than usual. But it just hit a wound. I think she was also thinking about, like, what comes next? Like, the future. I got to be realistic. This is who I'm becoming. So was this her first child? Because it doesn't feel like it was her first child. But there's something here about feeling like I don't want this to be defining me, see me, because in yeah, exactly, in the Hermit card here, she's looking like she's nude, she's vulnerable, and it's like, I feel like I'm in her energy, and it's like, you're not seeing me for me, you're seeing me as this basic blonde bitch, and you're not seeing me for the star power that I am. Like, that's the vibe here, and it's like, get your old fucking ooh la la la, let's girl talk standards, it's old, this is for the birds, let's talk about the money. Like, this shit's ancient nudes. What was that about? Again, there's just something here about, like, feeling like she's being put on display, but for the wrong reasons. And so she got pissed off because of that. And it's like, I'm going to be honest with you, what I think you also saw, and again, this doesn't make her a horrible mom, right? But, like, I'm being drawn to the show I love, Jane the Virgin, where the chick Petra, she has a full-time nanny. She wants to be known for her work. She really, in the beginning, she struggles because she doesn't even know how to be a mom. She ends up having, like, the depression you have after you give birth. I feel like she has a hard time with the nurturing part. I mean, look at what she's going through right now. 5:55 on my clock. When I said that, and it's 6:55 on my phone right now. So again, I think she has a hard time with change, Virgo energy, not shocked. And so for her, it was also a wound because in her mind, if I'm being honest with you, in her mind, this was not an exciting moment for her. In her mind, she felt trapped. In her mind, it was like, oh, fuck, what is this going to do to my success? What is this going to do to who I am and where I'm growing? Because look at this mountain, right? In the Fool card, this is like, yeah, it literally says fearful beginnings on it. That just speaks for her damn self. But on this Fool card, it's like I'm climbing mountains. This is all she knows to do. Climb a mountain, climb a new one, set a goal. I'm Virgo energy. Virgo placements, come on, don't lie. I have a Virgo stellium. We climb a mountain. We don't fucking pat ourselves on the back. We just find another mountain to climb. Like, that's how she sees life. And for her, it was like, this is a mountain that's kind of in the way. If I'm being honest. Does that mean that she didn't love her kid? I'm not saying that. It's just that, what I'm hearing is like, I'm a strong, independent woman that don't need no man. Like, that's kind of the vibe with her. It's just like JLo trying to put money into my career because I want to be known. Like, again, a celebrity that wants to be known. Are we fucking shocked? Yeah, again, I'm seeing that YouTube video where it's like, you want to be famous, chances are you're traumatized. Like, there's your answer, I think this was like, you're not going to trap me as a woman that's just known for this shit. So this is my chance to bark back. And I think she hit a wound surrounding the fact that she's not, at the time, I'm sure she changed when she gave birth. I don't know, maybe. But at the time, I don't think she was thrilled about the pregnancy, if I'm being real with you. I think it was because like, I just keep being drawn to like, look, there's a dude here in a suit, money, right? Man holding coins, letting 4 of Pentacles, greed, right? So 6 of Wands in reverse, literally says fall from grace. What is this gonna do to my career? That's the fucking vibe here. So she wasn't in a moment of like, ooh, yay. You know what I mean? She was in a moment of, oh, fuck. Like, like I'm being drawn to my Dark Mirror Oracle with the Triumph of Lies where he's a skeleton. It's like what I achieved in the name of like, stardom. I think Blake is one of many that correlates her worth with how far up the A-list ladder she goes. Kjersti just fucking hit a wound. Anyone would have hit that wound. Kjersti was just the poker. Like, anyone could have poked that same wound. If she was in a Walmart prior to that and someone was like, oh my God, I heard. Congratulations on the that would have set her off. It wasn't Kjersti. Kjersti, if somehow you see this girl, it wasn't you. It wasn't personal, if that helps. I think she kind of hates women a little bit, if I'm being honest. She hates, and I think I might have said this in a reading I've done of her. I think she is just not one for sympathy. She's friends with Taylor Swift. I mean, I just think that she doesn't want to be perceived as weak. She doesn't want to be perceived as soft. She wants to be perceived as a go-getter. I'm hearing Kanye West now. I saying she a gold digger, and I'm gonna leave that alone. You know what I mean? listen, I'm asking about a pregnancy. Why am I getting so much about finances and stability and a burden not worth having next to a card about a man? Bro, Kirsten hit a wound. That's all this was. And I think because, here's the thing, right? We get extra triggered sometimes when people mean well. I don't know how exactly that works, but I see something where there's this softness about Kjersti's energy, where it's like it's like I saw the interview, but like I'm in Blake's energy, like I'm in the room and I'm being interviewed by Kjersti, and her gentleness, I almost want to be like, you're the mother I can't be. Like, it almost hit a wound of like, you're who I should be. You're a reflection of what I'm not. Like, that's the problem. I think Kjersti came into this with so much, like mama bear energy, nurturing, like true, hi, I really am happy to meet you. I am grateful to be here. I'm not just wasting your time. I'm not a crazy fan. I really want to make this beneficial for both of us. I think Kjersti's a good person. And I think that also triggered her. Because again, I keep being drawn back to pregnancy hormones too. So you have to remember, she's not fully thinking clearly. But I think Kjersti was everything that Blake feels like she can't be. And so she's getting hit with a wound of something she's not excited about, allegedly in front of 10 purposes only, 0 facts here. And then on top of that, Kjersti is like the embodiment of a perfect mom, and it's hitting another wound. So it's like wound on wound. And then there's a huge burden about like, what is this going to do to my foundation, my money, my happiness? See, look, Empress is reversed. If she was excited, the bare minimum, I should have that reversed or have that upright. You know what I mean? Why am I, oh no. Okay, listen. 10 of Wands is next to a man, right? So at least you can agree with me on that. The World card has a couple on it, right? I think it was also one of those like, and I don't care what the press says. I don't give 0 Fs. If Yahoo News says that they were planning this feels to me like, because yes, now I'm hearing Kanye, I've got you for 18 years. I think she was also like, no, I'm stuck with him for at least another 18 years. If not forever, obviously, because, you know, events with your adult children and stuff when they have a wedding. So I also think that she felt I think she's so avoidant. So for her, it was like her world was crumbling. I think this woman is driven purely on how far she can be in career. I mean, I'm asking about an interview about your baby. Like, and I'm getting a story about like, what about my money? What about me being the A-list top dog? I'm stuck with Ryan for another 18 years. Like, he's not exactly the most caring either, and no one expects him to be either. Why do I have to be the one that's talking about the kid? But I'm sure if he was on a press tour, no one would really care to ask him. And of course, that's projection, right? Because he'd still be an expectant father. But I think, look, it's a woman on this card that thinks of money. Do you see what I'm saying? So I feel like there was just a wound triggered. I really think it was that simple. I'm not the mom I want to be. You know, in this card, she's really clinging to the man. And I think she just kind of realized in that moment that, like, I need him. Yeah, I'm hearing Rihanna, you needed me. I don't want to need him. I'm also noticing the 10. So with the ace there. So maybe she saw this movie as a means of moving forward. I think this was an oops baby. I don't care what the news says. I don't care. If you tell me this was an IVF baby, I know. There's something here about like, I didn't want this. Not really. If somehow it was like a planned IVF, if somehow that's the case, I'm telling you, she had buyer's remorse then. Because I think in this period, it was like, this movie could help take me off. Like, this could help branch me out into new financial endeavors with all these branches here. She was thinking about long-term financial freedom. Her kid was just like, And it's not, again, I don't want to say that she didn't love her child. That's not what I'm getting from. We're talking strictly about the interview. I'm sure something clicks when you have a kid for most moms. I don't know how that shit works, so I can't speak on it. But in that moment of the interview, that is where her head was at. So, and notice how this kind of looks like the interview lady, like very pretty blonde. And look at how she looks like she's praying, which again gives me that angel type of energy, right? She looks so sweet. Like, I got your back. Like, I'm here for you. I think anybody with nurturing it. First of all, in Blake's defense, I don't think she's surrounded by a lot of people with nurturing energy. So for these celebrities, I think that's kind of foreign to begin with. Because even when there is someone that's nurturing, they're either traumatized by the industry or it's what's in it for me. So in sort of Blake's defense, I think it's a trigger for her as well, because it's giving me, because I'm seeing this also from Blake's perspective, like her seeing this as an opportunity, but she's really projecting because Blake's in the mindset of thinking about her future possibilities. And so she's projecting, oh, this chick sees me as an opportunity because I'm a mom. And it's just like projection after projection. It just, she poked a wound about her ability to be a superstar. Yeah, I just saw the movie Superstar. Yeah, so I want to see if we can get anything about what she's feeling now in terms of, like, you know, how the media is dragging her for this. So 3 Cups in reverse, tarot readers, you know. Page of Wands is like, I'm watching social media. My relation. I think she's kind of banking on how far she is up in the industry, and the fact that this movie's just started. I don't think she's worried that this could fully take her down, if I'm being honest. Yeah, Page of Coins is like, this movie just started. Any press is press. I think she knows by now, especially being friends with fucking Taylor Swift, right? Like, I think she knows that even if I'm being dragged, any press is better than none. And I even said this. I was like, how many people went to see that movie because of all the bad press that wouldn't have seen the movie otherwise? Would we be talking about this movie if Blake didn't be a mean girl? Do you see what I'm saying? So for her, and notice how in this card in particular, it's a child that's in a business outfit, which reminds me of, like, you're kind of childish, you know? So for her, it's like any press is better than, yeah, I'm hearing the song 2 is better than 1. So again, it's like more. Look at these balloons. They look like opportunities. This kind of reminds me of the 7 of Cups. It's like, ooh, possibility. So for her, it's like, meh, and who cares what they say? Like, that's the vibe. Oh, here she is. I do think she's a little bit concerned about keeping up the facade of the marriage. That is one thing that she is worried about, especially the fact that, you know, Ryan's being kind of dragged too. It's like, I think, because here's the problem with unevolved Virgo placements, and this is coming from someone with a Virgo stellium, so shush in the comments. I want to hear it. If the shoe fits, honey, enjoy. But when you don't heal your shit, especially with Virgo placements, you get really nitpicky on yourself. And so if the world starts to nitpick you, or just other people if you're normal, that shit hurts 20 times worse. And that's kind of where she's at right now. It's like, oh my God, everybody's seeing this. Like, I'm being drawn to all the butterflies here, and it's like, oh my God, everybody sees how I really got to where I am today. Everybody's starting to see through the facade. I can't let this break down. I can't let this fall apart. So I do think she's worried, but I don't think, I'm not seeing anything about communication yet. So I don't think she has an idea in terms of, like, I think she just knows how the game works and how, because I'm being drawn to how everybody moves on. Everybody moves on. People will move on. There's so many people that we should have canceled, and people are still just woohooing them because 6 months we move on from it. And I think she knows that that's how it works. I keep hearing news cycle. So again, I think her only real concern here is, like, I look at this heart and I'm hearing the song You See Right Through Me by Nicki Minaj. So I think she is a little concerned that you guys are seeing through her facade. But again, it's just like, she's too far up. And she's around someone like Taylor. And I'm not going to lie, I keep being drawn to JLos. So I think she has an ego like JLos. So I don't think she's worried. I think she knows she's too... Yeah, I'm hearing the song Nothing Could Stop Me. I'm all the way up. And Chris Brown, how you gonna hate me from outside the club? You can't even get in. She's a little narcissistic. Or has narcissistic tendencies. I wouldn't be shocked if that really short interview that she had with Kjersti, if she felt completely depleted by that entire thing, even though much didn't happen. I think she's an energy vampire. I think she's fucking miserable. I think she's miserable. Because when I talk about her, I'm being drawn to like the Ben Affleck memes when he was with JLos. So again, I think it's very piggybacky, except when it comes with her and Ryan, I think Ryan gets more say. Not like the JLo Ben situation. I think Ryan gets more say. But for her, I look at this card and I hear expansion. So she's really not worried about what y'all say because any press is good press. It's in the news, isn't it? So that's where she's at. I think if she needs to, she'll play it off like a martyr with that hangman. I wonder what... Yeah, I think right now it's like hide the hand. Reap the rewards. My movie's out. It speaks for itself. That'll overpower. I'll kill it in the box office. You guys will move on. She's not concerned, to be honest. I think she's, like, if it helps, like, I'm being drawn to so many Virgos I know that, like, they pretend they're unbothered and they are so bothered. So, with that Nine of Wands, I will tell you, she is bothered because she's very image conscious. So, don't think her feelings aren't hurt. But she knows it's not going to knock her off her pedestal. So, if you're wondering if she has remorse for Kjersti, no. I don't think she knows what remorse is. I think she's one of many that's in this cog of a machine that is so used to it that it's the normal fuck your feelings. That's kind of the vibe here. She's got way too many Virgo placements and she works herself to death. I think she lost touch with sympathy a long time ago. She's not a nice person. And it just is what it is. I would not be shocked if, like, I don't know too much about if Kjersti said anything regarding the interview. I know she covered someone on the behavior analysis that I follow who did a video on her, which made me want to do this even more. But I would not be shocked if she said something along the lines of, like, it seemed like such a short interview, but I wouldn't be shocked if she had been so exhausted and defeated and drained by the time it was over, even though it was quick. Because I feel like I'm seeing, oh my God, what's his name? With the tornado around him, that cartoon character, Tasmanian Devil. I think everybody that's around her is drained. I'm being drawn to how, what's her name? Percy or something? I have it written down, 1 second. Parker Posey. I wasn't even close. How Parker Posey, I noticed it because I follow the behavior analysis. She kept like fucking around with the pillow and stuff, and I was noticing that kind of gave me that feeling of like trying to self-soothe, self-comfort, and also self-soothe Blake. So I was noticing like, oh, I think she's used to how, yeah, I'm hearing like popping off at the mouth. I think she knows that Blake can go off and she don't really care. It's giving diva. It really is. And I think Parker was just one of those that know that's like, this is not the time nor place. Maybe if I make you feel better. So I think from Parker's perspective, there was no ill intention. I think it was damage control is what I'm seeing. Damage control. So I don't think it was 2 against 1 mean girls. I know it kind of looks that way, but I'm in Parker's energy. Is that her name, Parker? I'm in Parker's energy now, and I'm like, fuck. How do I make this not go bad? Okay, I know how Blake behaves. Let me just make her feel better. Let me make her the star. If I focus on her, I can bring this down. I think Parker is one of those where it's like, I know how to delegate. I know how to calm this down. I got this is kind of the vibe. So one thing I'll say is Parker was not in on a mean girls type of thing. Parker had no issue. She did try to bring that girl. I'm sorry, I'm channeling, so it's hard. Parker did try to bring Kjersti in, but she also, because I'm seeing her try to bring Kjersti back in. And then I'm looking at Blake and I'm seeing her more annoyed. So it's like, yeah, I'm hearing damned if you do, damned if you don't. So I think Parker originally was trying to bring her back in to get it flowing back in order. But I think eventually she was just like, damage control is the best that I can do. So I will say Parker, not a mean girl. Damage control. But yeah. And if you're a reader, I didn't get that from the cards. It just it came flooding out for some reason. So maybe people are like, yeah, look at how the 7 of Wands. It's like, I know how she gets defensive. I know to handle it. What was I asking? Sorry, Parker just like flew into the reading all of a sudden. Oh, was she worried about the press? No, she's really not. I think if need be, she'll defend herself. She will not. I don't see her apologizing, because for her, I could see her being like, I I was hormonal. Like, what'd you expect? Like, for her, I also think that people on the business end are telling her not to address it. Because I'm being drawn to how on this Two of Pentacles, it's a woman that can make a decision. She could take a path, and it's blocked. So I do feel like whoever her team is telling her not to engage is kind of the vibe, because look at how she's ready for war. So I do think that whoever manages her knows how she behaves. And I think that, yeah, because I'm hearing put a muzzle on it. So that being said, if Blake had a choice, I think she'd go to war. I think she would defend how she behaved. I think she would. Oh my God, that's so fucked up. Can I give you some tea? She's not going to do it. I think she's either had this conversation or she knows good and well not to. Blake feels like this would be a really great opportunity to get the girlies on her side about how women are oppressed. If she needed to, what I'm seeing is like, I could totally make this about how they always try to make women about the people that are at home, when men just get to be relaxed all the time and we don't get acknowledged for all of the business and work that we do. She would flip this shit on the interview lady if she could. So just let that be known. Allegedly and for entertainment purposes only. Blake, I see you, girl. I see you. She would make this shit a movement. That's what's so messed up. And maybe not you guys specifically, but women, y'all would fall for this shit. Stop listening to these celebrities when they got a movement, because maybe it's to avoid accountability, because that's what I'm seeing here. It's like, I'm tired, but I can turn this into an opportunity. It's a fucked up one with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. But hold up. I can make some money from this. What if I feel like she either had a conversation with either her spouse or business or whatever, but I think she was ready to go to war about how women are always seen as the housemakers. Bitch, shut up. That's not why you wanted to do it. Yeah. Oh my God. She's so annoying. Yeah, see, look at this. King of Wands reversed with the Queen of Cups reversed with Temperance. Temperance with that fine line, right? We're juggling. We're trying to manage. Queen of Cups is Parker Posey. Notice how she's kind of stuck. Can't really get out. And it's like, I'm trying to find a balance. And then King of Wands in the reverse is just literally, it's Blake. Because it's giving me like aggressor that's trying to bottle it in but can't. And I feel like Parker's either conditioned to, or she just knows Blake. Yeah, my throat is going. When I brought up Parker, my throat started to go, to walk a fine line. Because it's like one small move and I'm gonna fall. Like Blake, I think Blake snaps. I would not be shocked if it hasn't happened already. I wouldn't be shocked if people come out about like the workplace environment and how like Blake is rude. It's giving me the same shit that always comes out with celebrities. Like you're not allowed to shake their hand, or you're not allowed to take pictures with her. She doesn't smile. I'm being drawn to like Ellen DeGeneres, like when that came out. So I don't know if we're actually going to hear about it, but I think that's what the work environment is really like. I think she's a diva. I keep being drawn to JLo so strongly. So if you're into this type of tea, check out my JLo readings. Very similar energy. Look at this. Death card is a rebirth, right? We're going through something new. Birth is literally in the name. Ten of Swords is an ending. And I'm in my head about it, and I'm screaming, it's a woman. Star card reversed. I'm going to lose my star power while I'm actually being seen for my star power. This was an ego moment for Blake. I said what I said. Kjersti triggered a wound. There was nothing she could do. Kjersti had two things. See, here's the thing. Here's the problem. This is what we're missing. Blake was a gas stove that was turned on, and the only type of match that would have went off for it would have been someone that's nurturing or someone that brought up her baby. That is it. And Kjersti was both those things, and that's why kapow. If it had been a man that asked, it would have went fine. If it had been someone that did not, if it had been a JLo type of energy asking, she'd have been, first of all, JLo energy wouldn't have asked about the baby, which was exactly the point. She didn't want to be asked about the baby. It was like, what about me? I'm turning into a star. I got to let go of what I'm, like, for her, I'm sorry, but in that moment in time, I'm sure it changed when she had the kid. Hopefully, I pray. But in that moment, it was like, oh my God, I'm losing my fame. And you're focusing on the baby already, and it hasn't even started yet. What about my movie? What about me? Like, that's the vibe. What about me? It's already about the kid. What about me? Ugh. 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 Gross. I'm annoyed. Oh, here's Ryan. Oh. Oh. Oh my God, that's so funny. I pulled 3 cards for ha-has when I first heard about this, and I got a very similar energy. Another thing, they were fighting at the time. her and Ryan were fighting at the time. I don't know if he was cheating. I don't know if he was worried she was cheating. I don't know if there was cheating allegations, but there's something here about, like, what are you doing at work? This is giving me, like, I thought you got off shift at 9, and it's 2 a.m. Yeah, now I'm hearing the song. 2 a.m. and she calls me 'cause I'm still awake. Can you hint? What is it? I don't love him. Winter just wasn't my season. So there's something here about what was Blake up to in this period of time. Because notice how she's the one that's like, oh, not seeing it. But it's got something to do with when he was at work. There might also be some sort of, you know, I think I saw this in their relationship reading. I don't think he's necessarily good to her. And some people, they don't deal with that shit. And instead of taking it on the culprit, they'll take it out on someone else. So she might have had a fight with Ryan prior to this meeting. And again, someone nice was just the fuse for her. Kjersti was nice. That was the issue. She wanted to... I just see Kjersti being like, I just want to, like, spread some love. Like, I just want to spread some positivity. That was the ignition. That's all it took. There's something here. Yeah, there's something here with they were fighting. Something about the relationship. Something was going on. I don't know. There was something about cheating or thinking about cheating or something about someone's business at the time. Someone was worried about someone cheating. So that was also going on during the interview. So, who? I think the problem is they project onto each other, so it kind of feels like it's coming from both of them. It kind of feels like, I feel like there might have been like, was he working at the time? Because it almost feels like she's worried about someone he's around, but then at the exact same time, Ryan's worried about her starting this new endeavor because of people around. So the projection's real. This is just so toxic. I'm going to leave it there, besties. You can find me at thekarmicdf.com for a private reading, but this is nasty, just ego-eccentric energy. One thing I would say is that Kjersti was a fucking sweetheart. In her energy, it feels like a warm hug. In her energy, it's no shade. It's like what Blake probably didn't receive from a mother, because I feel like that energy is just so foreign to her. So it was always going to trigger her. She's the industry. Like, I'm hearing the song, She Belonged to the Game. When you're in the industry, the empathy's gone. Think about CEOs. It's like the highest, this is a fact. The higher up, the more narcissism and psychosis. So you got to turn that shit off when you're in the game. I just think that Blake learned to shut it off like many. And Kjersti bringing up the baby about a time when she was supposed to be excited about a film just triggered her. And I think Kjersti is a really great example of mom energy, which again, Blake didn't feel she could live up to because she has all those Virgo placements. So she's seriously hard on herself. So that was always going to be, someone was going to light that flame. And in fact, I would not be shocked if in the future we hear more and more and more of this. Just like the Diddy thing. Remember, y'all, I said we're going to hear more about Diddy. I wouldn't be shocked if now we hear people coming out like, oh, I worked with her and it was a nightmare. It's giving JLo 2.0. So I'm going to leave it here, besties. You guys can find me on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Come join me on Facebook. Let's have some fun. My TikTok, if you guys need spiritual advice. Check out the community polls for future videos and what we're going to do. But love you, besties. See you guys in my next video. Hit that notification bell. I will see you next time. Stay free. Oh, my God. Don't worship these celebrities.